you know that the Oliva cigar you are enjoying right now, in this special moment, took many years to make? Let us take you on that journey, and let's start with the tobacco flower. One single tobacco plant can produce over 1 million seeds, enough to cover over 60 football fields. But before we go to the fields, we start in our nursery in the greenhouse. The tiny tobacco seeds are planted in trays filled with a mixture of soil and nutrients. A little plant will grow in each of these cells to ensure its development. In the greenhouse, they will become root balls. After 45 to 50 days and much attention to nutrition and sanitation, the seedlings have grown and are ready to be transplanted into the fields of Hacienda de Ernesto. Cigar tobacco, like other crops, requires a consistent and controlled water supply for optimal growth. Our drip irrigation system allows us to provide precise amounts of water directly to the roots of the plants, reducing water wastage and ensuring the plants receive adequate moisture for healthy growth. This method also helps prevent diseases that can occur due to overwatering or water splashing on the leaves. Tobacco plants need to be monitored closely to control growth. When flower buds appear, they need to be trimmed to help the leaves grow bigger and develop better quality. The plant tries to reproduce itself by growing other buds, suckers, on each leaf insertion with the stalk. These new suckers also need to be found and removed. Fertilization, weed, pest and disease control are key to obtaining great quality tobacco from the fields. After 50 to 100 days, depending on several factors, the crops have grown enough to start harvesting. The plant matures from the button to the top, producing 2 to 3 leaves at each priming level. When the central stem starts to turn yellow and the leaves bend down by weight, the leaf is mature and ripe for harvesting. A mature leaf will also break off if it bends too far. Leaves at the same height of the plant have similar characteristics and are harvested at the same time. This process is called priming. 3 to 7 days pass between each priming to ensure the leaves are mature and ready for harvest. The amount of leaves on a plant depends on the variety, growing conditions, and crop goal. Will it be used as wrapper, binder, or filler? After collecting each priming, the leaves are taken to the tobacco curing barn to undergo the curing process. In this magical place, the tobacco will be cured and conditioned naturally. During the curing process, the tobacco leaves lose about 80% of their water weight. Colors of the leaves change from bright green to matte green, yellow, and finally golden brown or dark brown. The curing process at Hacienda de Ernesto takes between 40 and 60 days. The cured tobacco leaves are lowered and bundled into groups of 40 to 50 leaves tied together on the stems. These bunches are called manos, or hands, because the bunch of leaves can be held in your hand. Then our tobacco is transferred from the farms to our processing centers, El Fumador. The manos are stacked in large piles, or pilonas, where maintaining moisture and temperature is key. Fermentation is a chemical, biological, and enzymatic reaction caused by the conditions inside the pylon. The weight of the pylons together with some moisture generates heat, producing a natural transformation of the chemical components of the leaf through oxidation and the liberation of natural compounds in what we call the fermentation process. Often, tobacco might require to be remoistened to ensure proper conditions for fermenting. The fermentation process transforms the color, flavors, and aromas of the leaf and can last from 1 to 2 years. The taste profile of the tobacco will develop through fermentation. Fermentation eliminates elements such as ammonia and nitrogen compounds. These are literally sweated out by the tobacco leaves. To ensure even fermentation and the best quality leaves, the pilones are taken apart and rebuilt several times. Once fermentation is finished, every single leaf will be sorted by quality, length, integrity, and color in the case of wrappers. Fillers will also be stripped, removing the thicker part or the central vein, stem, to be converted into the so-called frog strip or long filler tobaccos. Sorting tobacco requires an expert eye and a lot of skill. The already sorted stripped tobaccos often require additional fermentation. Having tobaccos carefully sorted by quality will allow our master blender to identify the type of tobacco they use for making each brand, ensuring the blend brand consistency for which Oliva products are well recognized by consumers. Sorted tobaccos ready to be used at factory from a fermentation point of view must be dried and packed in bales in optimal conditions for a period of aging, 6 months to 2 years in some cases. Now, tobacco bales are ready to be sent to our factory, Tabelisa. At the factory's warehouse, we maintain tobacco inventory for a couple of months of production. When cigar production order appears in our system, the 3 cigar components, wrapper, binder, and filler, are taken from the warehouse to their preparation process consisting of additional sorting, deveining, wrappers and binders, and ensuring the right moisture for cigar bunch making and over-rolling. The previously mentioned additional sorting enhances our product consistency even more as we allocate a more defined leaf quality to specific cigars. The filler recipe for 100 cigars is carefully prepared and handed to bunch makers at production floor. Each bunch will go to molds and press in order to ensure the desired and perfect shape, then undergo drop press and quality control before dressing it with a beautiful leaf of wrapper. Over-rolling is when expert and delicate hands put the outer glossy, silky, uniform leaf that will crown the appearance of our premium cigars. The wrapper piece will be stretched carefully, then trimmed to avoid edges in the thicker part of the secondary leaf veins. And in some cases, the veins will be flattened just by passing a tube over them. A clean, nice, and happy working environment is also one of the pillars of our company, convinced that the love will be transferred to the product. Once cigars are made and pass rigorous quality control, they will undergo a period of fully controlled aging in which the moisture from the different cigar components will equalize and the flavors and aromas will harmonize. After the aging process, which can take from 60 to 180 days, is complete, it is time for packing. Cigars will pass another selection and quality control process, so only perfect cigars will be packed in perfectly made wooden boxes, ready to be enjoyed by you.